Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And I gotta start with this from Digital Assets Daily. SEC is done, former official says. Former SEC official John Reed Stark believes that the U.S. SEC is done. For your information, stick a fork in the SEC. It's done, he said. According to Stark, the SEC is not going to bring virtually any cases against the cryptocurrency industry in the coming years. I think he's right. I think we're going to see a pro-crypto SEC going forward. We're also going to get crypto regulations very soon, and that's going to change the entire crypto space forever. SEC again delays decision on spot Ethereum ETF options. So the SEC has delayed its decision on whether to approve the NYSE's request to list options on spot Ethereum ETFs. The agency was scheduled to make a decision by Monday, November 11th. I don't think there's going to be a decision on this until Gary is gone at the SEC. Right now, everything is just going to be delayed until Gary either resigns or until after January 20th, when Trump takes office. This also comes from the CFTC. Commissioner Caroline Pham shares the potential next steps for the new administration and the importance of these regulatory policies. She talks about regulatory clarity in the United States. I think the CFTC is ready to push the U.S. ahead as far as innovation. Take a listen.
They have spoken, and they want to see people with real-world business experience in Washington. I think that's why you see the markets rallying, because there's a hope that there's going to be people with deeper understanding of the markets, of market fundamentals, of the international trade situation, and what that means for the balance of power between the U.S. and the rest of the world. So I think that's what that means. And I think importantly in the crypto space, what it means is no more regulation by enforcement, that America needs to go back to embracing innovation, and we need to be forward-looking like we are here in Singapore, and be focused on what can we do to provide regulatory clarity now or today. And that's why I've proposed a U.S. regulatory sandbox in the past that we've talked about. And that's something that we can do now, we can do today. The MAS stood up their regulatory sandbox in 2018. It's time for us to do these pilot programs now. And the GMAC has been putting forward proposals as well to provide that regulatory clarity. Tokenized collateral proposal is coming up on November 21st. And there's already been the first ever GMAC U.S. digital asset taxonomy that will help to bridge that gap so that American can catch up with the regulatory clarity for crypto assets around the world that we're still lacking.
So for the past years under the current administration, the U.S. has been falling behind. Now the CFTC wants to get regulatory clarity around crypto as soon as possible. And once that happens, we are going to see institutional adoption like never before. That will lead us to mass adoption eventually. I think it's going to happen very quick once it gets started. Coinbase says retail has returned. Welcome them back with our biggest trading offer ever. And it looks like Coinbase wants to make sure they're cashing in on new investors. But retail is back, and new investors are showing up all the time. But a lot of the people that are coming into crypto right now, most of them are getting into Bitcoin because that's what the mainstream media is pushing. Once they get here, all of a sudden, maybe they start to learn about what utility is, what use case is, the way the world is shifting into a new financial system. Because anybody that's not getting into crypto right now is going to miss out on the greatest opportunity of their lifetime. Ripple XRP, shout out to Jose Pi 909 for catching this clip. Brad Garlinghouse interview with BBC World. Clearly, we still need education around crypto companies and the networks themselves, but nonetheless, great to hear about the bullish tailwinds for XRP. Take a listen to Brad on BBC News.
Brad, let's start with that tweet that you have sent on a crypto checklist to Donald Trump for his first 100 days, including firing SEC Chair Gary Gensler. What are the main things that you want him to address?
Well, as you probably know, Donald Trump has been kind of a crypto advocate and the crypto president by his self-proclamation around that for a number of months during the campaign. And he has actually said that one of the first things he would do in office is to do everything he can do to remove Gary Gensler, who has really waged a war against crypto in the United States. The irony, of course, is many countries around the world, even the UK, Switzerland, Singapore, have really leaned into crypto, created clear rules, which has allowed entrepreneurs and capital to flow in and allow the industry to grow and thrive.
But while Trump is seen as favorable for crypto leaders and investors, does his recent alignment with crypto actually pose some ethical concerns? I mean, he's launched the cryptocurrency project World Liberty Financial. Is this a potential conflict of interest now that he has a stake in the industry, Brad?
You know, I think obviously Donald Trump has stakes in lots of industries, and I think the voters decided that they preferred Donald Trump as opposed to other candidates throughout the process. So I don't really take a position on that. I think there's obviously a lot of disclosure laws, and I think as his second trip to the White House, I'm sure there's plenty of people around him that are experienced with that. I do think, regardless of his own participation in different parts of the economy, we've got to get the United States growing in as it relates to this industry. And the Biden administration, really not just the United States SEC, but other parts of the government as well, have been pretty hostile towards crypto, despite its growth, despite that it's over a $2 trillion market today.
And with a Donald Trump win, are you expecting a resolution in this Ripple versus SEC lawsuit? I mean, this was surrounding whether XRP is considered a security or a digital currency. And what do you think a resolution would mean for the broader crypto industry?
Look, as you probably know, we've been fighting with the SEC for 3.5 years. We won that case last summer. The SEC, the judge in that case declared very explicitly, XRP in and of itself is not a security. The SEC is appealing part of that decision, but importantly, they're not appealing the part of the decision that says XRP is not a security. So we feel very good about that. The law of the land of the United States is that XRP is not a security. What's frustrating, I think, for the whole industry is that only Bitcoin and XRP really have the explicit regulatory clarity in the United States. Other leading cryptocurrencies like ETH and Solana have been a little bit in a fuzzy land. And it's really kind of maddening, and I think madness, to think we're going to litigate every single token one by one. We've been challenging the government, challenging the SEC to create clear rules of the road, as you've seen in the UK, as you've seen in Japan, where they've created taxonomies so that the regulation is clear. And people in the US crypto industry want to follow the rules. We just have to have clarity about what the rules are.
The reason I wanted to play a good portion of that clip is because it shows you, first of all, XRP is not a security today, and it's not going to be a security at any point in the future. But it also shows you that Brad says that Ripple is fighting on behalf of the entire crypto space. He even thinks that there should be clarity for ETH and Solana as well. And that was actually a great interview on BBC News. But I really wonder what Brad and Ripple was talking to Trump about over the summer when Trump met with Ripple. Most likely, everything is back on track like it was back in 2018. MasterCard joins Buna to enhance cross-border payments in MENA, Middle East, and North African region. SAAB, Saudi British Bank, has joined Buna in 2021 for secure cross-border payments. SAB is already partnered with Ripple and utilizing its technology. SAB offers that technology to its clients. Growth after growth after growth around Ripple. All these rails are getting put in place all around the world. And we are going to watch XRP go live on every one of those rails. It is just a matter of time. JP Morgan platform Connexus will introduce on-chain foreign exchange capabilities as early as Q1 2025. Interestingly, Neum, cross-border payments company, also partnered with Connexus today, and they will begin providing data that will validate bank account details used in international payments across Southeast Asia. Neum is a Ripple partner. All roads lead to Ripple. That's what I'm always telling you. You could track everything right back to Ripple. And once XRP gets going on these rails, if you're not holding it, you are left behind forever. You're going to be buying pieces of an XRP in the future. 2024, the year that will rewrite the history of money. Global finance is in the cusp of a monumental transformation. 2024, it started out kind of slow, but then it started to gain a lot of momentum throughout the year. A lot of growth happened for Ripple. A lot of growth happened around a lot of these ISO cryptocurrencies. But we are almost at the point where the transition is going to happen from the current financial system into the digital system. And everybody's bullish on this, but people don't realize what is at stake. If you come into XRP, you are taking part of a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You can easily get financial freedom from a cryptocurrency like XRP, because it's not just going to run up in this alt season. It's going to continue to run up over time as more and more institutions jump on board, and XRP goes live on rail after rail all around the world. And I can't stress it enough. Everybody sees it coming. There's a lot of people that just hate on XRP every single day, but I think it's because they're frustrated. They watch this cryptocurrency go sideways for such a long period of time, and it's been a cryptocurrency that has had setback after setback over time as well. Because back in 2021, people were like, this case is going to end. Any day now, we could expect a decision. And then it got delayed. 2022 came, and we had crash after crash in crypto. It was one of the worst years in crypto. And again, XRP had very little movement. 2023 came, and it was like a year of growth. A lot of growth happened around Ripple. Acquisitions happened. Then we got to 2024, and a lot of people thought, well, 2024 is going to be the year that we go to $10 like an overnight event. And it hasn't happened yet. And the key word is yet. It's going to happen once alt season begins. We're going to still run up into alt season. I still think December, by the time we get to Christmas this year, XRP is going to be well above $1. Going into 2025, that's when we're going to see the real price action start, because nobody's expecting full-on alt season to happen by the end of this year. It's going to start this year, but it's going to flow into next year. Donald Trump Jr. says they will drop a larger platform to take on a lot of the banking world. Take a listen to this.
Am I dropping a coin? No. No, what we're talking about is sort of a larger type of platform. Not going to be sort of very different. It's not like it's not a meme coin. That's not what we're going to be talking about. But we got a long time before we can do that. I think what we want to do is sort of take on a lot of the banking world. I think there's been a lot of inequality in that only certain people can get financing, only certain people can do these sorts of things. So this notion of decentralized finance is obviously sort of very appealing to guys like me who've been debanked or haven't been able to get insurance or whatnot. Can't get mortgages because they don't check certain boxes, but others can. So I think there's a whole thing where we got to talk about those things.
They want to level the playing field in the banking system. And Ripple is already taking on the banking system. XRP takes a lot of the fees out of the banking system. Plus, it moves money very fast as well. And I think Donald Trump Jr., he understands what Ripple is doing. He understands what XRP is built to do, because BitBoy actually brought him up to speed on XRP and Ripple. And I think they always knew that XRP was the chosen one. But it's not just XRP, it's also XLM. XLM is going to be working with FedNow. Same thing with XDC, other cryptocurrencies like HBAR, QNT, ADA, Algo, IOTA. These cryptocurrencies are all going to be working side by side in a massive new financial system. But they definitely know what XRP is. Global payment networks are reading palms as the future in retail. So once again, it looks like the palm biometrics is not going away anytime soon. They're joining taps with smartphones and smartwatches and pay-by-face systems as an increasingly popular option for making in-person payments. Key players like Tencent, Visa, Amazon, JP Morgan, and MasterCard are increasingly backing palm-based payment systems, signaling a future where physical wallets might become obsolete. Tencent has partnered with Visa on the introduction of its palm recognition technology for digital payments in international markets, starting with the pilot program in Singapore. But this is also going to come to Amazon. JP Morgan is going to push this very big as well. And everything is going in this direction. But I'm never getting a chip in my hand. I think right now they're talking about using like fingerprint scanning, things like that. But they're trying to get you to the point where you get a chip. And I'm not a fan of the chip at all. That's where I draw the line. But, you know, if they put it in a ring, I keep seeing a lot of talk about payments with a ring, where there's a chip inside the ring and all your financial information is stored inside there. I would definitely be on board for that, because payments are going to continue to change. They're going to get faster. The authentication process is going to get more intense. Digital IDs are still coming as well. But we are in the digital age, and we're holding a cryptocurrency that's going to play a very big factor in the very near future. All you got to do is nothing. Just stay patient, stay positive, and we will get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.